For your next course tonight, we're going to go back to basics. This is the foundation of all foods, Ozarks. It really speaks to most people's experience of eating foods in the Ozark region. It's pork, greens, and grits. We got a few interesting things going on in this dish, and we'll start with the pork. So this is a red wattle pig. Red wattle is one of the heritage or historic breeds of the Ozarks. The other one that we have bought recently is guinea hogs. We're a member of the Livestock Conservancy, and what that means is we're working to preserve these old breeds, breeds that were brought to the region when the country was first being founded, when the Ozarks were first being settled. And we do this because now when people are raising livestock, they're looking for value. Of course, they're trying to make a living. And so they find pigs that they can fatten up quickly, get them harvested or processed, and then back onto the table for the maximum profit. But some of these old breeds take longer. They may not have as much fat on them, which is weight that can convert into money. And so they're not necessarily the pigs that the breeders would want to sell, the ranchers would want to sell, or the processors would want to work on and ultimately get into the consumer's hands. But for us, there's some really interesting flavors in here. And one of the things I find most interesting about working with these historic and heritage breeds is that to make them a viable meat source, we have to eat them. That seems obvious, but some of these are actually considered extinct or near extinct. And by extinct, it doesn't necessarily mean they're gone. It means they're on the way to being gone. One that we've bought in the past that fits this category is the mulefoot hog. And the thing is, if we don't create a market for the meat, there's no reason for a rancher to raise them, which means they will go extinct. So we have to eat them to keep them alive. And so the red wattle is in this category. It's a really interesting meat, very rich, dark meat with a nice piece of fat on the back, but not an excessive piece like you get with the grocery store pigs. The grits are Floriani grits. It's a historic corn that was grown in the region. Rick Davis of Oakland Farms grew this for us, and he mills it to our specifications so we can get just the right texture that we want, that we think goes well with this dish. And the greens, we'll be switching these out throughout the spring because new produce is coming in from the farmers, and we still have some wild greens that we're gathering. The glaze that you're tasting, the sweetness, that is a fermented elderflower honey. It's one of the ways that we enjoy using the wild blossoms that we find in our forage. This is obviously from last season, and we give the honey a little funkiness, pull away some of the sweetness, and add a floral note that we think goes great with this red wattle. All right, I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, let us know.